Hey, Sheena, She the Geek here, and welcome to Melon and a Manga. Sunday. I hope the week was good to you. I finally had time to, get all my stuff together and sit down and record what I read, listen, and all the shit that I bought that I felt like I needed in the month of August. So yeah, and I just wanted to share it with you. So if you have a little bit of time, come hang out with your girl, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, first things first, let me talk to you about this challenge that I entered with a couple of other BL lovers in the community in the first week of August. The person that was hosting the challenge, their name is 365801, and basically they are a channel that has to do with everything about boy love, okay? Whether it's MM, whether it's manga, whether it's demi, whether, it's manga, whatever it is, they just consume all the boy love, and I am so fucking here for it. So, I guess every few months they do a challenge, and it's basically however much boy love you can consume in a week. And then they have like little other things that you could do, like as far as like if you're on Instagram, like play the bingo where you can like post every day about something, and then other little side things. But I just kept it really simple. I just tried to read and listen and watch as much as I possibly could within the first week of August. So I just wanted to share all that I did do. So yeah, and if that's not what you're into, I'll meet you on the other side, okay? It's all good. So the first thing that I listened to was Teacher of the Year, and it was by M.A. Walder. I borrowed it from the library, and it was pretty good. It was about this not PE teacher, Jesus, Sheena, this kindergarten teacher, and he notices the new guy that comes to the town, because their town is like kind of small, and instant attraction to this man. He doesn't know nothing about him, but he's just like mesmerized by him, and his daughter is in his kindergarten class, and they see each other, they start talking and everything, and just progresses from there. You get to know why he moved there, and then like the slow burn of them getting to know each other to falling in love. Like, it was really good. I give it a 4. I liked it that there was only one person reading it, but he did an excellent job at telling the story. I liked it that they were an interracial couple. Like, you hardly ever see that, at least the books that I listen to. Like, you hardly ever see characters besides like white people falling in love. So, but yeah, it was a good switch up. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really short. It was like only like 8 hours long or something, but when I sped it up, it was like 6.5. But it was a good solo story. I believe that there's other books to that series, but I don't think you don't have to read them in order. Like, you could just read about the other teachers and everything. But yeah, that was the first one, and I really enjoyed it. The next one that I actually read were a couple of manga, and I've had these on my shelves for some time. Black or White. I actually read this one, but I couldn't remember it, so I just started it over, and then I just went directly into number 2. The story is about these two men. They met in high school, and then they fell in love, and now they both have careers as like being actors, and they're trying to keep their relationship on the DL because they're not sure how people would react, like just everybody being in their business and then them being two men that are in love, so the struggles of wanting to be out and open but wanting to keep their career and everything. So it's really cute. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with it. It was good. Like, overall, these 2 books, I give them like 3s, but it didn't wow me, so I don't know if I'll be keeping these books. But yeah, I mean, there's some really cute moments in here. Just one of them is just like gets jealous of the other one, and not even just his career, but just like him being around other people and being able to see, you know, other people being able to see him more than he has, because like, you know, being on the road, you know, on sets, like on, you know, projects for a long time and everything. So, but I mean, it didn't wow me. So yeah. The next one that I read that did wow me was Given, number 9. And then this is the very final volume to this series, and I was fucking bawling. I was bawling my eyes out. Oh my god. The way that it ended so good. And I was just thinking, like, how the hell is she gonna wrap up this book in this last volume? And it was amazing. And I can't wait to watch the movie just to have my heart broken all over again. This is beautiful. If anybody, this book has to do with these boys in a band, and some of them are high school, some of them are in college. It's just like finding love, finding their way through something that happened to one of them that was really bad, just trying to like close a door and open up other doors. And I thought it ended very well. Yes, this series. I remember Inja was like, Sheena, you should read this. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I finally read it and I was like, what the fuck? She's like, I told you. But yeah, no, I love the series so much. 4.5 out of 5. Jesus. I needed more at the end, like little more snippets and everything of their life afterwards. So, but no, overall beautiful. Now that it's out and all the volumes, there's only 9, so definitely worth reading all together to really get the effect of this beautiful story. So then I read Twilight Out of Focus, number 3, and I absolutely love this series. They actually came out with an anime, and they did a beautiful job at bringing these characters to life. This one had me all the way fucked up because there was so many good panels with them, like just being close to each other and just loving each other. So these two boys are in like a film class together, and they were roommates in college, and then they end up falling for each other. So you're kind of seeing like the end of their or is it high school? I think they're in high school. No, they're in college. Yeah, they're in college. And then so they're talking about going to other schools and everything, and like getting older and what they plan on doing. But you just get to see them like just really falling in love with each other, and really like solidify, like, you know, making things solid between them. And I couldn't get enough. They're just so fucking cute. Look at it. Oh, I just love them. And I actually watched the anime too, and it's fantastic. Like the way they literally just took it from panel to panel and put it on the screen, and they were beautiful. Beautiful. I'm in love with this series, so definitely love it. 4 out of 5. This one was really good, and I love the way that it ended. The series isn't over because it breaks off and talks about the other boys that are in the film class. So, but their story is just ridiculously cute. So, love it, love it. And like I said, the anime just came out, and it's fabulous. It's very grown up, so it's not for like, you know, little ones. But yeah, it's very, very beautiful. Now, the last manga that I did read was Your Argent's Bitch Club. Now this book, oh my god. So this is one of my favorite BL writers, okay? I always like totally trash their name, okay? Tanaka something, I don't know, okay? I got that Clark County education, I don't know. This book is fucking insane, okay? I didn't know how to feel after I was stuck between wanting to know what happens, going out and buying all 5 books and knowing what happens, to being like, oh no, what the fuck, let's not entertain this, Sheena. So this boy, he comes to this new school, and it's an all-boys school. up in the mountains, secluded, everything, okay? So every kid has to join a club, okay? So he ends up joining, which he thinks is the photography club. Little does he know, it's not the photography club. It's just everybody, all the boys that are in there are basically, it's like a slut club. And I wasn't even knocking them for that. I was like, good for y'all. And it was only really, but the new boy, he is a virgin. Like, he was just like, I am not doing any of this. I don't even like boys. Like, what the fuck? I'm not, no. I'm here to take some pictures, not do what the hell. And he tries to get out of it. And they're like, nope, you can't leave. Like, you know our secret now, so you have to stay, blah, blah, blah. So the only thing I really did not like about this book is that if you did not participate and you decided to not sleep with anybody at all, is that you got punished. And I didn't like the punishment that happened, because there shouldn't be any punishment as far as that. So he was put in this, he felt like he was in this really fucked up position to do this. And then another guy that came that was new, I believe it was this guy right here, he's new, and he's more like, oh well, fuck it, you know, I'll join too. And then he helps him get out of the situation that he's in. So some of these panels are wild. And then you get to meet the other boys that are in the group. And these are them. And then you get to see their background and all this. It's just wild. It's just a wild ass time. And I was just like, that was the only thing that I did not like about it, is that you shouldn't be forced to do something. So that was fucking cringe. But the rest of it, I was for. Okay? And I liked that this dude who, this one right here, because he was always talking about if he won what he wanted to happen. And I was like, oh, I feel the same, sir. So if anybody has ever read this book, say something, let me know. Oh my goodness. I was like blown away. And I've read some shit, okay? So, but yes. Yeah. Besides that, I would have given it like 3.5. So, yeah. All right, moving along. I did listen to another book, and it was called The Roommate Arrangement. That one was about this group of guys. One of them moves away, has like a really fucked up relationship with this one guy, and all the while, one of his long-term friends, like that he grew up with, is like totally in love with him. And he comes back, he ends the relationship, and he comes back to the town that he grew up with, and with all his friends that he grew up with, and he needed a place to stay while he was divorcing from his significant other. And he ends up staying with the boy that has feelings for him, but he doesn't realize that he has feelings for him. So things develop between them too. It was cool. I liked it that there was 2 different people talking and playing the 2 different men. They did a really good job at explaining the story and bringing the story to life. It was quick. It was, sometimes it was hella predictable of what was going to happen, but it was okay. It was something just to listen to and enjoy. It was not deep at all, nothing crazy. So I give it a 3. It was a good time. So yeah. And one of the books that I was able to squeeze in last minute was Boys on the Riot. I was actually gifted this by Inja. See, Inja, I finally read it, boo. Okay, so this book was amazing. I don't know why I was sleeping on it. I know Inja read it. I know my friend Brandy read it. So I should have just already been on it. But this was amazing. So you meet this child named Rio. And they're transgender. And they don't have anybody to confide in. Like, nobody understands them. Nobody understands how they feel or what they're going through. And they love to draw. And let me see if I can find a good picture. Poor baby. So then she ends up meeting this boy named Jen. And he basically tells him, like, look, you need to stop living in other people's shadows and try to make people comfortable and live your damn life. And so when are you going to do that? You know, when are you going to start living? Because everybody else around you is doing them. So they decided to start a clothing line together. And, you know, there's always doubts and stuff when you know, when you're coming up and you're starting something and you have nothing and all these ideas. You have nothing but ideas and everything. So it's great to see these two work together, and they actually come in contact with other people that may be feeling the same damn way as them, you know, like they're harboring emotions and secrets and stuff that once they come in contact with these two, they realize like, hey, maybe life isn't what, it's not like black and white, you know. I really enjoyed this. The art in here is amazing. Let me see if I can find it good. The one. Oh, got it. So handsome. Ooh, so cute. Yeah. Just all the kills me. There's Jen. So yeah, this is definitely worth reading. I give this a 4 out of 5. I will be picking up the rest of them. Thank you, Inja. I love this. Thank you, babe. Yep. Thank you, 365-801, for the opportunity to join you and the rest of your friends. And thank you for helping me, you know, get through some of my books that were on my list and on my shelf. So yeah, it was really fun. Please hit them up if you love BL, MM. That channel is for you. So yeah, definitely I'll probably join the next one if they do have one by the end of this year. And yeah, because I had a lot of fun. And I'm glad that I saw it through, because usually I'm like, yeah, halfway I'm like, I give up. So yeah, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. Okay, it's time to show you all the shit that I felt like I needed and that I bought through the month. So I thought I would start off with my pops this time, and I'm very proud of myself because I only bought 3. Okay, that's very good for me. Okay, so continuing on with my DC collection, I got the spoiler. So she's very cute. I love all the little details in her Funko. Let's open it up and see. Oh yeah. Oh, so cute. Let's see. Oh, I love the back. Okay, so. Oh, she's adorable. I love the way her cape is. Oh, that's gonna look so cool. They did a good job. I absolutely love her. Oh, cute. I'll put that up there right now. So cute. And then I got, now, I'm in love. Like, I'm not even up there or anything like that in One Piece, but I am in love with this character, okay? And when I saw their pop, I had to have it, okay? So this is Yamato from One Piece, okay? Oh my goodness. In love, okay? And this is a beautiful ass pop, okay? I didn't want to open it, but maybe I will. Beautiful. There we go. And with the protector. Ooh. Look at them. So beautiful. Let's see, let's open this. Even though it's exclusive, I love to open my pops. Oh my god, I didn't get to see the back. Look how beautiful the back is. Okay. Yamato, you're so pretty. Alright. Maybe I should open. So cool. Oh, I love their horns. I love everything. Oh my goodness, the back is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness, I am in love. And I need to get the deluxe one where they do their transformation. And oops, goodness. almost dropped. My baby. Ugh. I could watch clips of them all day, I swear. But yes. My son's like, Mom, you don't even know who the hell that is. I know enough, okay? Alright? It's mine, damn it. Alright? So happy about this one. Ugh. I think I'm gonna keep this one out of the box, but I just gotta figure out where the hell I'm gonna keep it at. Now, the one that I have been waiting for, I mentioned them in my other video, and he finally came at the very last day. I was super excited, and I'm gonna open them right now for you. So, I ordered this from Entertainment Earth, pre-ordered it, and check this bad boy out. Oh shit. So this is no other than Big Dig Daddy himself, and it is Kite Man from the Harley Quinn show. This is one of those deluxe ones. This thing is huge compared to the other ones. Like, look how, because they had to get him in all his glory. Oh my goodness. Let's take him out real quick. This is a preview exclusive, limited to 25,000. Hell yeah. So when I saw this, I had to have it. Like, if you're not watching Harley Quinn or Kite Man, you're missing out, because he is amazing. Let me see. Come here, boo. Oh, he's perfect. Look at him. I like how it says Kite Man, hell yeah, on there. They got his whole little body. His whole little kite. He is perfect. Oh my god. I love you. Perfect little man. Oh, so cute. I love him. Okay, whew, I had to put my hair up because it was getting too hot. So, and speaking of hair, your girl is up for an award for the CBC awards, and I made it to the final rounds for best hair in the community. So if you want to go and, you know, vote for your gal, that'd be much appreciated. Okay, so back to what we were doing. All right, so some of y'all know what the hell this is. So McDonald's came out with some collectible cups. I know out in Canada they were glass. Here they're just these little plastic ones, but there was a Hello Kitty one, and I put out there, like, if anybody got a Hello Kitty one, an extra one, you know, if they could just send it to your girl. And my bestie Christina came through for a bit, so I'm going to open it now. Watch it not even be the Hello Kitty one. Oh, but it is. And it has Snoopy on there. I didn't know that. Oh my god. It's so. Look at her in this one. That's my favorite one. Not the basket. Not the. Oh my god. Look at her painting. Is there anything she can do? Look at her in her tit. I absolutely love it. Let's look at the Snoopy side. Oh, him so handsome. But yeah. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Christina. I love it. You're a real one. Look, there's a team. I absolutely. Oh, and it shows like the different gears. Cute. I absolutely love it. Am I gonna drink out of it? I don't know, because I don't want the children in the house thinking that it's okay to drink out of it too. So yeah, very cute. Thank you. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, let's look at some of the books that I bought. So, first one that I picked up was Chainsaw Man number 16. It wasn't supposed to come out until September, but Barnes & Noble released it earlier than scheduled, and I absolutely love this cover. Absolutely love it. Big tings are going on for my dingy, but yes, absolutely love this. Then I picked up Here You Are. This is a manga, BL. Looks pretty cute. Didn't have plastic wrapping around it, so I don't think it's anything crazy in here. So just flipping through it, it looks very cute, very mild compared to some of the other BS that I read. So yes, very cute. Then I picked up No Love Zone number 1 manga, and this did have plastic wrapping on it, and it is very cute. But yeah, let's see if I can find a page where he's like adorable. Yeah, very beautiful art in here. So I picked up Welcome Back, Alice number 7. Love this series. Then I picked up the Alpha Wolf Girl and Omega Wolf Boy number 1. This was the debut of it. Just read. Okay. Yeah. Then I picked up Monster Cats number 1. So cute. This cover is ridiculously cute. Then I picked up The Summer Ricardo Died. Beautiful. Barnes & Noble released this one early too, and I was so happy. So gorgeous. Always gorgeous. These covers. And then I picked up The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. I actually listened to this on audio, and I keep telling the girls about it at work, and I was like, you know what? I was in there and I had like 20% off or something like that, and I was like, let me just go ahead and buy it for them. So I forced the girls at work to read books that I read. So, and I couldn't believe how it felt like a lot longer on audio, but this book is very little. But don't be fooled, okay? Wildness in there. So yeah, and then I think that's it as far as my books that I bought. All right. Sure. All right, let's get into some reviews. I knew that I forgot one. Killing Stalking number 7. I was like, was that it? See, nope. This fucked up series. And this cover, what the fuck? Yeah. Now let's get into the reviews. All right, fuck it. Let's start off with Killing Stalking number 7. This book continues to be all the way fucked up. Like, I don't even know what to say. It's still following the same two, and seeing how things are really starting to like come unravel for these two. So if you don't fuck with this series is about this dude here, right here, Bum. He is obsessed with this other guy, and he ends up like breaking into his house and like just being a creep, you know, being a stalker, like sniffing his clothes and stuff, and like getting to know him and everything. But he ends up basically just getting kidnapped by the dude that he is obsessed with, and his name is what is his name? Oh yeah, Sungwoo. So this is that dude right here. So, and then they totally destroy each other's lives. And then this book, like, we're getting to the very end of things for them, and they're trying to have trying to live this normal life, but in the same time, things are just starting to really unravel for these two and really come to a head. And they're really, you get to really see what when things change for Sungwoo and then when things change for Bum. So I am trash for the series. I know a lot of people don't like the series, but the way that Kuji is writing it, it makes so much sense. So if you like thrillers and like things like that, like serial killer books and shit like that, then this is definitely for you. I I hated that like I'm rooting for horrible people and feel bad for horrible people, but at the same time it's hard not to because of the way that she writes them. So, but yeah, the art in it is beautiful always. Let me see if I can find an okay page to show. Jeez Louise. So, but yeah, I love every every panel. It's got me like so fucked up all the time. But yeah, I think we only have one more book and it's done. I know you can read this online, but I just been waiting for the books to come out. So yeah, I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, I will be sad to see it ending, but yeah. Next is a comic run that I've been following for a very long time. Not as long as a lot of people, but you know, here you go. And that is Saga. I read the last 2. I got this one, picked this one up, and then I read it, and then the other one I read online. So, because I haven't been to my shop yet. Chapter 67. We're still just following the gang, and there's some really big moments that happen in here. Spoiler alert, you do have a main character that dies, and you are introduced to another main character, and yeah, it's wild. So the art is still beautiful. Look at our girl just getting bigger and looking like her mama. But yeah, fantastic 2 volumes. The saga just continues just to stay good, you know. So I was going to show you my girl, but that'll be too much of a big of a spoiler. But yeah, look at Alana. I love the way Fiona Staples just draws brown people. Like, come on, beautiful. Yeah, definitely worth 4.5 out of 5 stars. Love it, love it, love it. So, I did read The Summer Hikaru Died, number 3 and number 4 together, back to back. Look, this is easily going to be book of the year, okay? This book continues to just pull out all my heartstrings. If you're not reading this, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You're missing out. So you get, so the premise of this book is that these boys live in this village, and Hikaru, he goes into the mountains and he doesn't come back. Something in his place, this entity that's in his body comes back in his place and tries to live his life. And his friend, Yoshiki, notices that this is not the same boy that he has grown up with and possibly has feelings for. So in volume 3, you get to see how they're trying to figure out what this entity is, and because the entity doesn't even really know what the hell they are. So he's really trying to keep this unlocked. Nobody knows about it, trying to really keep these secrets, but really playing tug of war whether he wants to quote quote do the right thing as far as like getting rid of this entity, or like really just romancing the thought of keeping him around because of the fact that he doesn't have to come to terms with his friend really truly being gone and dead, you know. So volume 3, the ending was amazing. When I finished it, I text Inja, I'm like, bitch, you have to read this. Like, you have to catch up. This is so good. And number 4, you really get to see how they're really trying to dig and find out the history of this island that they, you know, this village that they live in, and the origin of all these spirits and everything. And you get to see other people that come to the island to try to figure out what is going, like, because there's other strange things going on since this entity came from the mountains, down the mountains, and took Hikaru's place. And you really get to see like other beings and things that are going on in the town. So there's Hikaru and his boy, like just really creepy moments, and really really touching moments, you know, where they really have serious conversations. And then Yoshiki makes he makes a decision what he's going to do with his friend. So at the end of this volume, so 4 out of 5 stars. Absolutely love it. Don't want it to end, but I'm not too sure how many more books that we have, but I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, this is easily going to be book of the year for me. So love it, love it, love it. Next, I read Welcome Back, Alice, and this is the last volume to this series, and I just love the way that it ended. You're following these group of teenagers, and they're basically trying to figure out their identities, like how they want to perceive life and how they want to be looked at and everything like that. So I think that this mangaka did a really good job at explaining things. A lot of times it was just visuals, no words and everything like that in between these characters. And I think it was executed very well. I think the last one, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to continue on with it. And then I saw that it had came out, and I was like, let me see. Let me see how this ends. And I was very happy with it. So definitely just about growing up, just like how hard it is to like understand love and understand like your body and like the way that you think and the way that you feel and all that stuff, you know. And it could be a lot more intense when you're young and stuff like that. But I think that they wrapped it up nicely, and yeah, I was very happy with it. Very happy with it. So yes, 4 out of 5 stars. Loved it, loved it. All right, so let's talk about a book that I did not like, okay? So I was very disappointed. And I should have known, because it's part of that Omega-verse, and those books can be very hit or miss. You know, that universe can get very not okay, very rapey, okay? So you have, in that world, you have the alphas, the omegas, and the betas, you know, and alphas, like, they do better in life, and omegas really struggle, and it could get very scary for them, because sometimes, like, when they go into heat, you know, people don't know how to control themselves and stuff, so it could get very so you meet these two individuals, and I liked it that the revert, you know, because it's usually like either boy or like boy girl, you know, like the male is always the alpha, you know. And I liked it that they switched it around this time. I was like, oh hell yeah, like maybe this is gonna be, because they don't look too happy, like he doesn't look too happy on here. But I was thinking, oh, maybe like enemies to lovers. I'm a sucker for that shit. Like, let's see if they do a good job. And they did not. They had every chance to do good at this book, and they did it. So they end up working together. She doesn't even try to apply herself at the restaurant. Like, she looks very shy, very timid. She doesn't even want to do anything. She just stands at the register. You know, he becomes very resentful towards her, and so he gets mad at her, and he like forces, like, to scare the shit out of her, he like forces himself onto her, and to try to get her to do what he wants her to do. And come to find out, she is actually, she's disguised as a beta or a omega, and then come to find out she's actually the alpha. So she reverses roles and makes him submissive. And I was like, good for her, but at the same time, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this is all that we could come up with, and it's just very, she makes them pay for it, and I'm not okay with it. So I'm just thinking, Lord, you could have did way better with this story. So, and then towards the end of it, I did push through it, and towards the end of it, they kind of like start seeing like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have did all that. Maybe we should have had a conversation. But you know, this world is like makes it okay for them to act like that, and I wasn't impressed. So, and I was telling Inja about it. I'm just like, girl, no. And there's more to it. Oh no, thank you. I won't be following up with that. 1 star. But a book that I did love, and that was, where is it? Monster Cats #1. Now, this just made me just feel like just warm inside, like sunshine. It was so much fun to read this book. I bought it at my my local comic book shop, my LCL, and I am so happy that I did. So this is just this little anthology about different types of monster cats. So you have the vampire, and the dragon, and the mummy, and the sphinx. Now this, and I caught myself laughing, like cackling, reading this book. And I was trying to show people in the house, and they were just not seeing the whole what I was seeing. But I just had so much fun reading this book. So a couple of my favorite cats was the Nightmare Cats. Let me show you a couple of the panels. I'm dead. And they're really short. Like they're really short. Nightmare 44. Okay. So the Nightmare Cat, he would like sit on your face while, you know, try to smother you while you were sleeping, and then you put him outside, and he would scratch on your door all night until you answered him and let him back in. And you really didn't have nightmares. He was just a fucking nightmare. Like, he tear up all your stuff. He didn't care. Oh my goodness. I love him. And then one of my other ones was, my other favorite was the Sphinx. And this cat was hella deep. She would ask you like random ass questions. I love this one when she was like, do you know what I want to eat right now? He's like, a churro, right? And she's like, no, wrong, bitch. She's like, I want chicken nuggets. Like, and then he bought her a bed, and she didn't even want to sleep in the bed. And then like he'll just be passing by her, and she'll be like, oh, what does it even mean to live? Like, he's like, bitch, I don't know what's going on. Like, what? But the ones that really had me dead were the brownies. And they called themselves being helpful. So like if you had like a mess in your house, they would help you try to clean it. And by cleaning it, they would just throw your shit in the trash. All your stuff. They didn't care what it was. If you left it out, it was going in the trash, or it was going over in the corner. Like you wake up and all your stuff was in the corner of the, like in a random ass corner in the house. So now oh my God, I lost it reading this book. This book is so cute. But yeah, totally worth it. I know there's 2 people in my life that I need to get this book for them if they do not have it. So I will definitely be spreading the love and the joy. And if you're just looking for something hella cute, like get this, read it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And it's like for all ages. It's nothing like too wild or anything in this book. So but yeah, loved it. 5 stars. All right, so let's talk about the books that I listened to. I listened to them through Libby, Audible, and Hoopla. So yeah, you'll be able to find any of these books that I'm talking about on those platforms. Spoiler alerts all the way through them. Okay, so if you haven't read them and you sound like you want to read it, you know, I am just going to spoil the shit out of these books, okay? So, the first one that I listened to was Unlikely. This was part of a bigger story. It had to deal with this couple. So, the main chick that's in the story, she is best friends with this gay couple, and they already share a daughter together, and they decided to ask her to be their surrogate. And I think her name's Zoe, if I can remember right. So they asked her to be the surrogate again, and she carries the baby, and Lord, sorry, but the baby ends up passing, and she's a stillborn. So Zoe just tries to like navigate her life after this loss, you know, even though it necessarily wasn't her child, but she carried him, was going to love them, you know, be in their lives. So of course, and she ends up moving away and trying to start fresh, and meets a woman, and they, you know, instantly feel something for each other. So she's just trying to navigate this new life and maybe these new feelings that she's never felt before, and grief and everything like that. So Marley Valentine does a great job at emotions and feelings, and I love it that she can, some authors have a way of like keep repeating themselves and all these emotions and stuff like that, and that gets tiring, you know. But Molly Valentine, she does a great job at like seeing the same emotion in a different way and a different angle. So I really enjoy her work. So I give this a solid 3.5. I just loved it. No, I'll give it a 4. No, a 4. Yeah, because I did feel myself tearing up at times and everything like that, rooting for her, and yeah, so definitely really loved it. And I think that may be the last book in that series. So then the next one we had is The Step Bet. This book had to do with stepbrothers, and they make a bet. And one thing leads to another, and it's basically like a soft enemies to lovers type shit, you know. It was more like a lot of miscommunication and like not even having a conversation, you know, but the attraction was there for each other. It was nothing big. I give it a 3.5. Not even a 3.5, like a 2.5, maybe 3. So I did like one of the narrators on there. He's one of my favorite narrators for audio. I believe that I listened to that one on Hoopla, and the first one that I listened to was on Hoopla too. Yeah. So the next one is one I did not like. Okay, so it's called Love, Hate, and Clickbait. This was an romance. I didn't even finish it because I was not feeling this one at all, and I don't know, it just wasn't hitting right. So it had everything that you would think that I like, you know. It had the you know, the enemies to lovers. I'm all for that. The fake dating. I'm a sucker for fake dating. It's just so fucking stupid. The reasons why they come up with it, but the reason for this one really irritated the shit out of me. So these two men are in politics, and they're like high up there, you know, or in trying to get higher, and they work for the person that's supposed to be trying to become president or something, or some branch in the fucking in there, and they end up, the paparazzi ends up taking like a picture of them too, and it was a misunderstanding, and now everybody in America thinks that they're a couple. So it's basically like baiting for votes and stuff like that. So they had to look like they were together in order to like make their person and their campaign and everything look good. Like, oh hey, we like, you know, queer people and we're for it. But like they were, but they, you know, they were using them as to just get more attention and everything. And I didn't like that. So, and then I could have got over that if that was the reason for the fake dating and all that. But I didn't even feel like these two men even connected. Like the one didn't even like men. and then he had to go and do all this stuff. So he was forced to keep his job, which is bullshit. And then the other one was kind of into this dude, but he really needed this job and was put in this situation. So yeah, and I didn't feel the sparks. I didn't really give a shit about the characters. Like, they were very shallow to me, like especially the one that didn't like men, not for that reason, but he just, I don't know, he just rubbed me the wrong way. So I just didn't like the characters. I think I got like 70% into it and I just stopped it. So it just wasn't for me, and that's okay, you know. One that I did like, that was MM and enemies to lovers and all that good stuff, and the fake dating, was Iced Out. And I think I actually bought that one on Audible. So you meet these two guys, and they're on a hockey team, and they're both very, very good at the game, at their craft. And unfortunately, a whole bunch of stuff happens in between them to where that they end up hating each other. And but they have to play on the same team, and because they can't ever get along, it seems like the team isn't as strong as they can be. So they're on this losing streak, and they end up going to a party one night just to like blow off steam and everything. And one thing leads to another, and they end up hooking up, and it's like one of the hottest moments they've ever had together. And then they end up winning the game, a couple of games after that. So they're thinking, now, you know, like in sports, a lot of people are like superstitious and everything. So, you know, like some people like wear the same socks, or, you know, like won't eat meat for, you know, whatever. So they have it in their mind like, hey, you know what, since that's the only thing that really changed, maybe we should still sleep with each other and fuck with each other in order to win. And that's how it is. Like, they keep, you know, like sleeping together, winning, sleeping together, winning, sleeping together, winning. And in between there, they realize that like they're falling for each other. And I just loved it. I absolutely just loved it. 4 out of 5. Just all the good things. The next book that I'm going to talk about was so good. So it was Harley Quinn, The Reckoning, and it was done by Rachel Allen, and it was narrated by Emma Lacey. I think that's how you say her last name. It was so good. So this author that wrote this book is actually like a scientist in real life, and she was able to bring a young Harley to life. So, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not too sure why I'm just now like getting around to these books. So the premise of the book is young Harley. She, you know, it's like her origin story, Rachel Allen's version of Harley's origin story. So you get to see young Harley, and she's trying to get into this STEM program at this college, and she's trying to get away from her abusive father, you know, out of the fucking hood, out of everything, you know, trying to like get her life on the straight and narrow, you know. And it's hard, you know, it's a dog eat dog world, man's world, you know, she just wants people to like take her seriously. And within that time she gets into the program, she realizes that things are not good at all, you know. So she is approached by this group of girls, these vigilantes, and to form a group called The Reckoning. And they try to make things right within, you know, the campus and things that they can, like, control. And within that time that they're trying to do good, they actually make an enemy. And this enemy is serious about bringing these women down. And by that, it's like basically picking them one by one, you know. So I think it was done very well. I had a good time listening to it. So I liked it that you could see she put a little bit of herself into this book as far as the things that she went through. There is so many things that she was able to highlight. You know, you had queer characters, you had BIPOC characters, you had, you know, strong women leads, and even though there was like a lot of like trauma, the things that Harley has went through, the things that her friends have went through, like, it was done tastefully, you know. I feel like anybody could read this. It's kind of like YA, but kind of adult like. And I feel like like I said, anybody can read this and you don't not have to necessarily know anything about Harley to enjoy these books. But if you do know things about Harley, there's a bunch of little Easter eggs in there. I'm like, oh shit, that's this person. Oh shit, there's her beaver. Oh, like I had a good time. So, but either way you go, you're good to go. It's solid. So I definitely give this a 4 out of 5. Like I said, I'm not too sure like why I didn't get into them, because I love DC books like that. When they do the young adult ones and these ones, so definitely will be checking out the next ones, and they're all free on Libby. That's where I listen to it at. So yeah, definitely worth reading or even listening to. So yeah, and I liked the way that Emma did a young Harley. She sounded like a young Harley too. So I thought that was dope that they actually put like some effort and some thought into, who's going to read her part. And I loved it that she really captured Harley, because like 1 minute Harley's talking about stabbing somebody in the eye, and then she's like, let's go get cookies. Like even at a young age, like I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I definitely had a good time and definitely recommend checking out my girl. So yeah. Okay, so I actually listened to 2 YAs. I really don't mess with YAs a whole lot, but I needed like a palate cleanse, okay, from all the crazy shit that I was listening to and reading. So the first one was Dungeons and Drama, and this one was so cute. So it's just like, I think both of them had to deal with like nerds falling in love. It was so cute. So this one, this girl, she's in drama, and she gets her ass in trouble with her mom, and then her mom punishes her by not letting her really do her drama stuff over the summer, and she makes her go hang out with her dad. And her dad owns like a game comic book shop, and she, for whatever reason, she hates going there, and she ends up meeting this boy, and they don't get along. It's kind of like soft enemies to lovers. So the boy that he works at her dad's shop, and they play D&D there, and there's this girl that is like, she's like prissy and shit like that, and for whatever reason she comes in and plays D&D, even though she doesn't really participate, but he's like in love with her. He's like infatuated with her, but she doesn't give him the time of day. So the girl that the girls that own, her dad owns the shop, she comes and they basically act like they're together to make that other girl jealous. So it was very cute. I liked it that she ends up playing the game with them and everything, and just like the cute little nerdy moments. It was just so cute. So yeah, it's a solid 3.5. I enjoyed myself. It was only one person narrating it, and they did a pretty good job. I don't think I've ever listened to anything else by that person, but yeah, it was solid. I know I borrowed that one from Libby, so yeah, it was worth the borrow. And now the other one is called Nerd Crush, and that one is by Alicia Emmerich. And look, we need more books like this, okay? So black nerdy girls, boys falling for them. Like, it was just so cute. So you meet this girl, and she's a cosplayer, and she's like infatuated with this boy at her school, and she finally gets the courage to like talk to him, but through a note. So she leaves a note in his locker, and she ends up leaving her email in the note, and then they end up corresponding that way. And he doesn't know that it's her that is feeling him, but they go to the same school. He doesn't even realize that she's alive. They have like a couple classes together. He doesn't even like pay attention to her at all, but like she feels more comfortable, being through emails and texts and all that stuff, instead of like really like face to face. So, but I loved it that you got to see a blurred doing blurred shit. Like, it was so cute. You got to see her go to cons. You got to see her do, talk about her cosplay, and like some of the things that are challenging for black nerds, but it didn't take away from the story, so it was very cute. And we need more representation like that. And we need more books like that. And I appreciate this one. I definitely a 4. So I felt, even being older, like I felt her, you know, some of the things that she was feeling. I was like, yes, girl, I get it. I understand. Okay. Like, and you know, so just, yeah, just be trying to be yourself and, you know, not fitting what other people think that you should be like and everything like that. So, you know, I definitely appreciate what this author was trying to do. Yeah. And I need more. I need more. And it was like a little interracial little relationship. It was so cute. So cute. I loved it. So yeah, definitely a 4 out of 5. Now, another book that I read was called, listened to, was called When She's Weary. And that's part of the Ruby Dixon Ice Planet Barbarians world. And it's just like a little spinoff. So in this world, women are taken from Earth and they are placed in slavery. And then some of the beings out there don't, they hate that for the women. So this one guy that has a lot of money, he took a lot of women that were out of slavery and he put them on this planet. And a lot of the women, it's just like each woman that was there, they had like their own little story. So this one just followed this one girl, and she was, abused and everything, and she's just like really wary of people. She doesn't have any friends. She doesn't want to be bothered. But this one alien comes to this planet, and he's like totally infatuated with her. So you basically get to see him like court her and everything and get close to her. And yeah, it was just like, I bought that one, and it was only 2.5 hours long. So it was just really short and cute and sweet. So definitely, I really love that. I really love that series. So I just be eating it up. Whatever the hell she puts out for that series, I just be eating it up. So yeah, I give it a solid 3. So yeah. All right, now let me talk about the last book that I listened to in August. Boy, it was wild, okay? So it is called Salt Kiss, and I can't remember the person that wrote it, but I will have it right here. And man, this one did not disappoint. I've never read anything or listened to anything by this author, but I'm glad that I did. The person that actually was reading the book, I listened to several books with him narrating it, so it was like, oh shit, okay, I'm here for it, So the premise of the book is that you meet this guy. His name is Tristan, and he's in the military, and he just did a few tours, and he comes back from his last tour where he had to, spoiler alert, he had to kill his best friend, and people thought he did it because, he's a hero. In his eyes, he's not a hero. He was just in a fucked up situation at that time. So he comes back, tries to live a mundane life, and like, he can't do it. Like, he's just all over the place with his feelings, with everything, So in the midst of all of that, his father gets married to this woman, and his new uncle starts to have like eyes on him, Now, remind you, this is a grown-ass man, okay? Just bear with me, okay? So he needs a job. Tristan needs a job, and Mark approaches him. Mark is his new step-uncle, okay? So Mark approaches him for a job, and he's like, hey, I know that you have special skills. I need special skills. I actually need a bodyguard for my place that I run and own. And yeah, I was thinking maybe you would be the right person for the job. Now, Mark's sleazy ass. He was in the military too. He was like in the CIA, but he's done some low down dirty shit, very shady, very off the books type stuff. He would gather information for, the CIA. So he's really good at like manipulation and, everything, just being a fucking slime ball, So he owns this kink club, and it's for people, that are famous, that have money, that have power, you know, and he uses this to put people in positions where he can get information from them, and then, you know, he's into it, like, and so he tells Tristan, like, hey, I need somebody, and I think you're perfect for the job. And Tristan's like, what in the entire fuck is this about? Like, he's never been in a situation like this. He's never even like slept with anybody or anything like that. So this is just like totally out of his realm, you know, but he's like drawn to it. He's drawn to Mark instantly. Okay, there's just something about this man that he's just, it's not like fuckboy energy, it's like, you know, real alpha male energy, you know. So he just totally falls for this man. So he goes and he works for him, and all the while they start getting closer, and he ends up actually becoming very close to Mark, you know. So but within that time, Tristan finds out that Mark is engaged to this wealthy other girl, and, you know, it's just an arranged marriage type shit. So Tristan is heartbroken, he's pissed, everything. So Mark ends up getting hurt, and he has to, you know, do bed rest and shit like that, which I think he said the whole fucking thing up, but we'll get back into that. And then, so he sends Tristan to go pick up his fiance, and she's out in Ireland, and they're here in the States. So what Mark had set up is that for them to be on a boat, he was supposed to fly over to come get her, and then they would be on a boat for like weeks at a time so they can get reacquainted, right? So, but he sends Tristan in his stead, okay? So Tristan, being heartbroken, hot, but he's still loyal as fuck to Mark, so he goes and he gets her. And when he meets her, instant connection between her and him. And I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, but everything about her. So, you know, now they're on this boat together, and then they get to, you know, close, and then it's just like this whole fucking shit show between the three of them, right? So I actually listened to her side of the story, which is called Salt in the Wound, and you get to see how she ends up mixed up with Mark's ass. So you get to see how she grew up and what molded her and why she ended up with him, and everything up to the point where she meets Tristan. So I loved it that we got her point of view too. I'm waiting for the third book to come out, but yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? Like I said, I never read or listened to anything by this author, but I really love the way that this author brings her characters to life, how she talks about emotions and stuff like that. You really get a feeling of how they're feeling, and you're here for it. And I don't like it when authors like keep repeating their fucking selves, like, but she repeats herself, but in different ways, you know, different angles and stuff like that, and I appreciate that. And the scenes that there was sex and everything was very on point. This woman did her homework, okay? So the story is very well rounded, you know, besides the sex, besides all that, you know. So I'm very interested to see what happens to these three, okay? I would like to think that all three of them are going to be together, but I don't think so. So I think Mark he's got plans for those two, you know. So yeah, definitely I give that 4 out of 5. Even the little novella, it hit right. So yeah, definitely. If anybody else has read that or listened to that, please let me know, because Lord, I've been looking for somebody to talk to about it, even though I just told you about the whole damn book. So if you want to hear more about it, stay tuned. That wraps up August. I would love to hear what happened for you in August, whatever it was. I would love to hear it. So damn, I can't believe it's already September. That's wild. But yeah, there's a few things that I am looking forward to in September. I know that Chainsaw Man volume number 16 was one of them. I already got it, so yeah, I'm very happy about that. I know that there's 2 books that are doing like their debut in English. I think one is called Last Quarters, and the cover is beautiful. And I read a little bit into it. I can't even tell you what the hell it's about, but we shall see. I think I'll pick it up. And then I know that there's a BL that's coming out. I think it's called like Takara's Treasures or something like that. So it was very cute. And then I know that there's another manga that I was going to pick up that I was looking forward to. I can't remember the name of it, but if I find it, I'll put it up here for you. I know that Blood on the Tracks number 17 is about to drop. Really looking forward to seeing. This may be the last book. I'm not too sure. But if it is, I really am excited to see how they're going to wrap up this amazing series. So, I know that... Oh! I know that my... that one series that I love, the Jacksonville Rays series, they're coming out with another one that's called Pucking Sweet. And we get to see one of the other girls get the boys and, you know, that whole thing. So I'm definitely looking forward to listening to that. I know that there's a whole bunch of shows that are coming out. I know that I think my Kite Man's ending this month. But however, I believe the Harley Quinn show is about to start back up. So it's bittersweet. I know that 911's coming back. And if my boys aren't together, flip my fucking table over, okay? So hopefully this is the season. It's gonna pay off, okay? Super excited to see them. I know that the Penguin's starting this month. So yeah, that's super exciting. What else is coming out? Oh shit! How can I forget? Dan 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 is going to be in the theaters on Friday the 13th, September Friday the 13th. I cannot wait. I looked at tickets. I hate it. I may have to call out of work to go see it on Saturday. So, I mean on Friday night, because the showings here are like at 7 o'clock at night. I'm like, what the fuck? But it would be cool to watch that on Friday the 13th at night. It would be just so amazing. So they're putting out the first 3 episodes, I believe. And I think it's like an hour and 20 minutes long. So I would definitely love to go see Dan 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 in theaters because I absolutely love that fucking series. And if you haven't read Dan Dan Dan, please do. Please do. It's so good. I think there's 9 books out right now. So, yeah, that's definitely one of the highlights of the month. And the Beetlejuice movie's coming out. Of course, I'm going to go see that. I know it. I think it already, opening weekend this week. What else is coming out? Oh, and at the end of the month, I get to go to the iHeartRadio Festival. And guess who's going to be there? My babies. Paramore's performing. I cannot fucking wait. I'm going to be crying and laughing and singing my heart out, okay? My ugly little voice is going to be singing all the motherfucking songs, so I cannot wait. That's like at the end of the month. So yeah, there's things to look forward to. Me and Inja are trying to put some stuff together, so hopefully life does not get in the way and lets us do things together, because I just love when we do get together. So yeah, I hope that September is good to you. Thank you for watching any part of this that you watched. Yeah, I hope I wasn't too boring. But yeah, I would love to hear from you. Stick around, sub up, show your girl some love, you know. Even if you didn't like it, just fucking hit the bell and all the buttons, okay? Just do it, please. And then, but yeah, so yeah, I think I'm gonna try something different for September. We will see if it plays out right, but if not, then I'll just stick to this and I'll be back. So yeah, I hope, yeah, like I said, I hope September's good to you. All the good things happen to you. You know, you get everything that you want, and yeah, and I will see you next time.